Oh man. How are you? How is everybody? How is everybody? You guys, it is Saturday, and you know what Saturdays are for me? They are my days to go live. The only day in the week that I know with 100% certainty that I am going live. So you guys know exactly why I'm here. Wrestling Weekend Review podcast / live stream number 37. Cannot believe I've been doing this now. I've now been doing this. By the time WrestleMania gets here this year, I will have been doing this. As far as me going live for wrestling, I will have been doing this for 2 years. It's now been almost 2 years since I started doing this. Since WrestleMania last year, since WrestleMania 2022, 38. Hey Austin, and if there's anybody that's coming into the live stream that wants to hit that like button, it's never a requirement. I'm never gonna say, hey, I need you to hit that like button, you have to. I'm not saying that. You never ever have to hit the like button, but I would appreciate it, and thank you, Austin, for doing that. You guys know why I'm here? And I know I posted a video recently, my most recent quote-unquote video that I posted on my channel. So I know it was probably a little bit scary is what I... Hey, thank you to everybody that's just now coming in. Chief BC Gaming. Oh, okay, thank you for coming. Would not have expected you to be here, but thank you for coming anyways. And if there is anybody that is just now coming into the live stream, if you want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. It's never required, but I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate the like. Yeah, why not? Oh, thanks, Austin. Yeah, and if there's anybody else that wants to do that, if there's anybody that actually feels like they want to, if there's anybody that actually wants to share on my live streams, feel free to do so. Also, I am allowing people to share their channels. I am also allowing people to share their channels on here, like Austin's a ABG. He's a moderator if he wants to. He can share out his own link to his channel, or share out anybody else's link to their live channels. If you feel like doing that, you don't have to. But honestly, I just want to see if you can some of you guys can get some more subscribers. And Danny is here. Thank you, Danny, for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm feeling a lot better after that incident after that scare that I had on Thursday, which prompted me to do a video for it, which is now uploaded to my channel. It's my most recent video. And yeah, I know it was kind of scary, but hey, I'm here. I'm still here. So, you guys know why I'm here. I know that's you, Danny. You and your gazillion accounts. At least you're the only one with a gazillion accounts that's actually real. That they're all real, not just trolls. Like somebody else I know. Who's 16 and Australian, and I don't want to get into him at all right now. But it is what it is. Well, this week we've had a lot to talk about. I have a lot to talk about. This week, as far as wrestling goes, as far as WWE goes, was New Year's Knockout Week. Basically, that's what they called it, because and it makes sense. It's the new year. And so they had basically 3 special themed episodes of their main shows. They got Day 1 Raw, NXT New Year's Evil, We also got SmackDown New Year's Revolution last night, which I think was actually pretty cool because they actually did have a pay-per-view at one point called New Year's Revolution for a few years. I think it was like 2006. I think it was 2005 may have been the first year they did it. I'd have to go on Peacock because I am currently I actually am currently subscribed to Peacock. Their least their least affordable plan. The more affordable plan, I think, which is the $5.99. So I'd have to actually go on Peacock under WE and see when they first did their when was the year that they did their first New Year's Revolution pay-per-view, because I know they did it. I'm already interested. And Paul Ellering, the manager of the AOP, which also, I'm going to tell you this right now, I had no idea, but Paul Ellering, and I'm sure Danny knows this because he's old enough to have known this. Not to put you on the spot, but Paul Ellering used to be the manager for the Road Warriors, both in real life and in like kayfabe, I guess. But he was even a wrestler too. He was a wrestler too for a few years, from like the late '80s into from the late '70s into the early '80s before he became a manager for the Road Warriors. So that's, if I'm not mistaken, he also faced off against Teddy Long one time in a hair versus hair match, which I'm guessing Teddy Long lost because you see him when he becomes the SmackDown general manager, he basically has a bald head, so he must have lost that match. I don't know about that. I'll actually talk about that too. I actually will talk about that. And as far as my objective opinion as to where I think that match should take place. But I will get into Monday Night Raw because it is the first show of the week. It always is. So that's the first show I go off. I talk about, then NXT, then AEW Dynamite, and then SmackDown. Don't do Impact. Don't do Rampage, although a former Impact superstar is now officially in AEW, and I will also talk about that when I get to AEW. But Monday Night Raw was it was a very good day one show. If they're not going to do like an actual like pay-per-view event that's like day one, they might as well just make it an everyday occurrence. Like the first Monday of the new year, they should just do that and just make it just a special edition of Raw and just make it almost like a mini pay-per-view with some title matches and with maybe at least the top 2 titles defended, and then maybe a couple of mid-card matches that are storyline related, that are big matches that are like storyline related. But tonight was pretty darn good. I think it was the first thing we got was Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. That match was actually pretty darn good. Apparently. I watched it after the show ended. On the next day, I was able to watch it via this YouTube channel that I have been shouting out a bunch of times on this channel. WWE Matches. This guy from Spain. I don't know really. Maybe it was just because I don't really know how that happened, but I don't know. Well, I'll get to that when I get to SmackDown. But right now I'm talking about Monday Night Raw, okay? So, yeah. Oh, hey Drew. Yeah, see Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax. I don't know exactly. Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about that either. Okay, I'm talking about Monday Night Raw, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about anything else right now, okay? We got Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax actually won this match, which is surprising. I did not expect Nia Jax to win. I did expect Becky Lynch to win, but hey, it's okay. It was a great match. It was a good, decent match for what it is. I was able to watch it on this YouTube channel that I have been shouting out, as I said, WWE matches. This guy from Spain uploads WWE matches weekly. He does all the show, all matches. He has he uploads all the matches and segments from the Raw from that week's Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, as well as other like past matches from like Raw and SmackDown. He also has two links. He also has two links to a website called TokyoVideo.com where he uploads WWE pay-per-views. He has one for WWE where he uploads WWE pay-per-view matches, old pay-per-view matches, and current pay-per-view matches. Like he currently has the most recent ones he has are from this year's, from the Deadline, the NXT Deadline. He also has a link to a Tokyo Video for AEW where he uploads AEW pay-per-views. He also uploads the AEW Dynamite matches, segments, and even some matches from AEW Rampage, and most of the matches and segments from AEW Collision. So, yeah, I know. I don't even care if I have the work rate or not. I'll never. I would never be a W. I would never be good as a wrestler. I'd get. I'd get crushed my first time out. I can talk a big game, but that's all I would be able to do is just talk. Maybe I could be a manager of somebody. Maybe I could be a manager for somebody. I don't know. That I will actually talk about soon. So yeah, Becky Lynch, there's Nia Jax. Nia Jax beats Becky Lynch. We also got a Miz TV segment, which was supposed to, from what Miz was saying, it was going to feature the Judgment Day, but then just our truth comes out through the Judgment Day's theme. He talks about how he's unofficially in the group and stuff and such, and then JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio come out and he's like, dude, stop. You need to stop saying you're in Judgment Day because you're not and you will never be in Judgment Day. Yet, for some reason, R-Truth just can't understand that no means no. He's been told probably like 5 times now that he's not in the group. Yet for some reason he still wants to believe that he's in the group, that they're just kidding, that they're just joking around with him. Judgment Day does not joke. They don't joke around. When they say something, they mean it, and you better listen to them, or else you will get smashed. Yeah. Thank you, Triple H. I do appreciate you. I appreciate you and everything you do for WWE. You are literally, yeah, 10 times better than Vince McMahon. Because what you're doing is actually working for the main roster. And I'm sorry if there are people out there who don't like Johnny Gargano simply because he's an indie darling midget jobber for life. Someone else's words, not mine. Okay? Just because you may be under 6 foot, just because you're under 6 foot, doesn't mean you can't be a star. Okay, I'm sorry, but you're just being mean just to be mean, not because. Uh, I'm not gonna say his name. Okay, Kingo Moxley. That's as far as I'll go. But this eventually led to an Awesome Truth reunion, which I actually was pretty excited about because I remember Awesome Truth a little bit from having watched videos of it when I first started watching WWE, and it was a decent match. Awesome Truth versus J.D. McDonough and Dominic Mysterio, and I think Awesome Truth actually did win, which is pretty good. I don't know why people say Zoe Stark sucks. I don't know why people say it because I think she's very good. I think once she this year I think will be good for her because she's now gonna have a whole year to maybe get herself over. I think she's getting somewhat over it. I think pairing her with Shayna Baszler might actually be a good idea. Might be a good idea for now, even though I think both of them could be like. No, I think Zoe Starks is a good is a good name. No, I don't think so, Dro. But yeah, the good promo we got. What was that? IN. Oh yeah, we got an Ivy Nile promo before her match with Rhea Ripley. It was actually a pretty decent promo. It was a video package, but it was like a promo before her match with Rhea Ripley. And it was pretty darn good. I liked what she was saying. We also got a Kofi Kingston versus Jay Uso match versus Imperium match of Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Now, this match was interesting because at one point it looked like Kofi Kingston may have injured Giovanni Vinci when he performed a drop kick to the face. I mean, if he is injured, I hope he's not injured too much because I do like Imperium. I do like Vinci. I do like Kaiser. I do like Gunther. So I don't think so. We've never had a problem with Kofi Kingston intentionally or unintentionally injuring somebody like Ridge Holland. So I'm hoping that's not. We also got a segment involving Chelsea Green and Piper Niven where they confronted the newly crowned women's tag team champions of Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. And then you know what, Vince McMahon, I don't know who you are. I don't actually know you, so I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you want time out for a bit, just because I don't want. Because I'm pretty sure I might know who you are, but I don't care. Well, hey, Danny, it's okay if your internet's causing you problems, don't worry about it. If you can, just whenever you can watch. Just watch if you can. See, we also got a Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cody Rhodes promo. That is now from what we got from that promo. We now officially have a match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes set for this upcoming Monday Night Raw, which will also feature a women's tag team title rematch between Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, and also the return of CM Punk, which I am. Yeah. Earlier this morning, we were having basically just a lot of rain and stuff. But now it's sunny outside, which means that the rain's now officially gone. But it's now officially over. Excuse me for a second. I got. Yeah, I know. I wasn't leaving you. I just had to get something. Yeah, just keeping around like me. Oh, I mean, I guess that's just because of your internet. I'm gonna tell you this right now. For some reason, I can't. I have GTA 5 installed, and I have the thing that I guess you need to be able to play it, Rockstar Games Launcher, downloaded. I just have to install it, and apparently it will not install for some reason. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. I won't be able to do any like GTA 5 streams. So at least not on this channel, at least not on my laptop. But enough about that for now. Also, like I said, Ivy Nile, a little bit, but hopefully I can get it fixed. We did get Ivy Nile versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. I was actually quite excited for this match because up until this point I'm not crying, Danny. Who said I was crying? Because I watched NXT before. I watched NXT for a while, from like 2021 was when I officially first started watching NXT, because I watched NXT's In Your House pay-per-view, 2021's NXT In Your House pay-per-view. That was the first time I'd ever really watched NXT. Eventually, I saw like the Diamond Mine in NXT with the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile. And so by this time, I know Ivy Nile is great. She's definitely going to be great on the main roster, especially. I didn't really actually become a wrestling fan per se. I watched like the very first episode of Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. Was the first time I ever watched WWE ever. My first time. I will tell people this because that's wrestling fans this because that's when I first started watching WWE. The first time. And now I'm like so hooked on it. Oh, and you guys are going to flip when I show you what I got. Yesterday, I went to a Goodwill. Me, my mom, and my sister went to Bedford, went to a Goodwill, Dollar Tree, and Walmart just to get stuff that we were going to need for the month. And we went to Goodwill, and I found two things that I was like, holy shit. I'll show you guys at the end. I'll keep you guys in suspense. So yeah, Ivy Nile versus Rhea Ripley. It was a great match. Went about 15 minutes or so. And yeah, I believe Ivy Nile could potentially be a future women's champion. I think she's like under 30 years old, which is great because most WWE women's superstars, usually they only last about a few years and then they retire. Like, you got I don't really have an opinion on Vince McMahon from that time because I think that was obviously like, we needed him at that time. But now, as far as like right now is concerned, I don't think we need Vince McMahon nearly as much as we used to. Especially in creative. You in creative, that's best for business, pal. But yeah, we also Rhea Ripley obviously won, and it was a great match, obviously. We also got a tag team match between Tegan Knox and Natalya versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark to crown new number one contenders for the women's tag team champions. And we got Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler winning this match, which means that whoever wins the tag team title rematch this upcoming Monday, they will be getting Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler next. So I don't know. I think it's just that he just loves Vince McMahon and will never, ever, 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 ever accept you as head of creative. He will never, ever, 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 ever accept your style of booking because he needs quote unquote charismatic, big sweaty, meaty giants. Yeah, yeah. Not every big sweaty, meaty giant is gonna have charisma. I mean, Giant Gonzalez, yeah, we all know how charismatic he was. Ray Khali, yeah, yeah, real charismatic, that guy. The only time he ever really was charismatic was when he became basically a comedy character slash jobber. And even then, he wasn't charismatic. He was just a big giant. A giant who could do a big boot, a vice grip, and a double-handed choke slam, and a chop to the head, which probably didn't even hurt very well. Hurt as good as it was probably supposed to. So, sorry. Not every big man, not every big, sweaty, meaty giant can be charismatic. We also got a segment. We got a segment in which a former WWE champion was supposed to show up on at day one. Now, we were probably all expecting some big name, but what WWE did instead was troll us at first by making us believe that this big return was Jinder Mahal. And I was like, okay, what? WWE, are you really giving us Jinder Mahal when you basically making this tease seem like someone way cooler is going to be coming out? Little did we know this was just all a rouge to get The Rock back on WWE television. So I have no idea why he hates Cody Rhodes. I have no idea. Oh, hey Jeremy. Anybody that's just now coming in, if you're just now coming in and you want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. Again, like I've said multiple times before, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it very much. What? What are you saying? But yes, Jinder Mahal was actually very good in his role as sort of a prick heel that you just want to boo. Yeah, that's all he is. That's all he is out of touch. I'm doing very well, Jeremy. Thanks for asking. Yeah, and The Rock. Also, The Rock. Ah, hey, Everbless. If you're just now coming in and you want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. Don't have to, not required, but I would appreciate it. Yes. I actually didn't find Everbless. He found me, apparently. Don't know when it was, but he found me before I found him. And I made him a moderator on my channel because there's been some instances where he's had people sort of saying mean things about him. But hey. Yeah, last year, but I can't remember exactly when last year. Also, like always, I'm drinking my Powerade mixed berry flavored. And now I'm done. Next, the main event was, yeah. Hey, office help. Like I said before, if there's anybody just now coming in and you want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. You never have to, but but I would appreciate it. I just saw another new guy come in that I know hasn't hit that like button yet. Oh, we are at 9 likes. Can we get it to 10? Can we get it to 10? I think we can get it to 10 before I'm done. Main event of Raw, Day 1 Raw, was Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. It was definitely as good of a match as it could be. It may or may not have been better than their match at Crown Jewel. That only time will tell. I think we might, with this match, I think we might be getting a third match at the Royal Rumble, perhaps. Maybe, I don't know. We could just be getting nothing out of this. But yeah, we also got a moment in which Damian Priest attempted to cash in. This was where we all thought Drew McIntyre might actually win, but then he sort of bumbled it on his own accord. But then again, he will probably find some way to excuse himself from all the blame and blame somebody else, like Damian Priest. Like Damian Priest attempted to cash in. Drew McIntyre gets Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio out of the way, performs a Claymore kick to Seth Rollins. Then, as he is about, I think I know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, office help, but Drew McIntyre hit a Claymore kick on Seth Rollins. Then tried to. No, it was last year that I found him. That I found Ever Bliss. Drew McIntyre hit the Claymore kick, and when he went to pin Seth Rollins, he turned Seth Rollins over on his back just to get the hook the leg, but inadvertently he set Seth Rollins' other leg on the bottom rope unintentionally, but then so that basically caused a break in the pinfall attempt. So essentially, Drew McIntyre basically cost himself the World Heavyweight Championship there. But Seth Rollins obviously won. Office help, can you reiterate, like, what do you mean by streams as of the past, or whatever you want to call it? But yes, Seth Rollins won. My personal opinion and my rating for Day 1 Raw, if I had to, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It was a very good show. Pretty good show. Could have been just a little bit better. Yes, maybe, but that's just me being nitpicky maybe a little bit. Just a little bit. And now on to NXT. NXT's New Year's Evil show. Ooh, pretty good. That sounds pretty good, Ever Boss. This was now NXT. The next day we had NXT, which was NXT New Year's Evil. It was also a very good show. Actually, may not have been as good as Day 1 Raw, but it was still pretty good. We got the first match of the night in the first segment or anything of the night was a NXT Women's Championship match between Lyra Valkyria and Blair Davenport. I did not actually know who was going to win this one, but I thought, maybe they'll give it to Blair Davenport. But Lyra Valkyria would actually win the match. At one point in the match, I think Blair went for almost like an AEW. There's an AEW superstar named Kenny Omega who likes to perform like a move called the V-Trigger, where he does just like a knee, like a running knee or like a sliding knee, like a jumping knee to the face, a running jumping knee to the face almost. And she was basically and she was about to do that to Lyra Curia outside of the ring. Yet Lyra would jump out of the way at the last second, with Blair hitting the side of the announcer's desk with her knee, basically. So that's basically what she was going to have to deal with the rest of the match. And then again, at one point, she would again go for a knee move involving her knee from the top rope and would hit her knee on the mat as Lyra again would jump out of the way. So basically, and Lyra was able to win the match with a kick to the head, to the face. Yeah, can you stop asking all these questions, please? So that was it for that. Lyra wins. What they do with her as champion, I don't know who else is going to be challenging her anytime soon. But hey, it was a decent match. We also got the LWO of Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde, now it was supposed to be Dragon Lee, but apparently Dragon Lee went down to Mexico for some wrestling event, and he was having visa problems getting back into the United States. So he was supposed to be part of this match, but we didn't get him. But what we did get was the return of Carlito. So it basically was LWO of Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Carlito versus this group in NXT that calls themselves No Quarter Catch Crew. Its leader is Drew Gulak. It's got a bunch of superstars like Charlie Dempsey, who is the son of William Regal. And that one guy, the guy that was in Diamond Mine, that turned his back on Diamond Mine, I can't remember his name, but his brother is Tavion Heights. I know. Did not know that, actually. Did not know that. There will be no timing out of people on this channel. If anyone's getting timed out, I'm going to do it myself. So, just so you guys know. Yeah, it was also a very decent match at one point, and I know a lot of people were talking about this moment more than anything else. Joaquin Wilde, I think it was Joaquin Wilde or Cruz del Toro, whichever one it was, he did a huge splash off the top rope onto the floor with the Joaquin Wilde, I think it was the one that did it. He did a huge splash from the top rope onto all the participants of the opposing team in the match. And it was like, damn, he got so much height and so much distance. Like, that was pretty incredible. Pretty amazing. We also got a Stitch Squad, hi. If you're new, I don't think I've seen you on my live streams ever. If you're new and you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. Also, like if you're new to my channel, also if you, I don't know, if you want to like the live stream, feel free to do so. You don't ever have to. We got apparently we also got a announcement from Ava Rain. Oh, no. Sorry, but there's nobody here. who is a Donald Trump fan. So I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, so I'm not gonna. Sorry, but that's just not. And also we don't get into politics around here, so not on my channel. Okay, office help. If you gotta go, if you gotta go, if you gotta go, you gotta go. We got an announcement from Ava Raine that the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic starts next week. So this upcoming Tuesday, the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic will officially start for this year. I don't really want Kevin Patrick to go. I mean, he doesn't have to be fired. I just don't know if I want him as a commentator. Get somebody else as commentator who you know is going to be a better commentator. And I liked it when Kevin Patrick was a backstage interviewer. I don't know why they switched Kevin Patrick and Byron Saxton, because Byron Saxton was clearly the best face commentator to appropriately call action alongside Corey Graves, because you could tell that him and Byron were just like this kind. I like Byron Saxton better than Kevin Patrick. Don't ask me why, I just do. And so we got a couple of segments. Backstage segments after that, involving certain superstars, including Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, who apparently are perhaps teaming up for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, because that will be a great tag team. I'm already considering them to be an early favorite to win the tournament. We also got a Nathan Frazier and Axiom segment where they also talked about the Dusty Tag Team Tournament. So that's also going to be a very interesting pair. If they're also in the tag team tournament, that should be a good tag team. We got the men's breakout tournament. The men's breakout tournament was ended this week with a Riley Osborne versus Oba Femi. I don't know who that is exactly, who either of these guys are exactly, but Oba Femi did win the breakout tournament, and so because of that, he now has a contract for a NXT championship match that he can cash in on whenever he wants. Now, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to be the NXT championship per se. You can cash in on the North American Championship too, because that's what Carmelo Hayes did when he won his breakout tournament. When he won the breakout tournament in 2021, he cashed in on the NXT North American Championship. No, I do believe I have enough mods right now. And thank you for the like, Java. Thank you for the like, Java. I do appreciate it. NXT we also got a thanks Java. We also got a backstage segment after the Blair Davenport Lara Arteria match, in which Nikita Lyons confronts Blair Davenport. I am so sure that they are going to have a match. At some point this year, they are going to have a match. Who wins? I actually don't know. Javike, I'll let you stay. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but hey, I'll let you stay. We got OTM out the mud. They had a video package where they called out the family, Tony Tony D'Angelo and Stax. They have a number one contenders match for the. They have a match for the NXT tag team titles at some point. Yeah. No, I think he means Donald Trump. And no, he doesn't. We then also got a backstage segment involving Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams with Grayson Waller. Yeah, I know. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Aaron. Hey, glad you're doing well. Hope I'm gonna do well too. Yes, Aaron. Yes. Yeah, Grayson Waller confronting Trick Williams. This would eventually lead to a match. This would eventually lead to a match in the main event, because the main event was, I think, supposed to be Trick Williams versus Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship, but because of the injury that Ilya Dragunov suffered because of Ridge Holland a couple weeks ago, a week or so ago, the match is not happening. It might actually happen at Vengeance Day when he gets. That match might actually happen at Vengeance Day, and that match will involve Carmelo Hayes turning on on Trick Williams, which to me sounds like it's going to happen, because apparently when they were doing this match, main event match between Grayson Waller and Trick Williams, I think, asked Carmelo Hayes to stay in the back. He didn't. He came out. But also, apparently Shawn Michaels also said that a former NXT champion was coming down to NXT to watch this main event match. And we found out that it was Grayson Waller. It was Kevin Owens. He got some measure of revenge on Grayson Waller and Austin Theory by punching Grayson Waller in the face, which is what he's wanted to do. Oh, ouch. Jeez. Okay, I don't know what's wrong. Whatever. We also got a match between Roxanne Perez. We got a match between Roxanne Perez and Ariana Grace. Ariana Grace, I did not know, is the daughter of Santino Marella. Just did not know that. Roxanne Perez actually did win the match, but after the match happened, Ariana Grace was still talking trash to Roxanne. Roxanne just decided to go all off, and now there has been a rumor going around recently. There's been a rumor going around recently that WWE was working to give Sasha Banks' bank statement to another superstar, and apparently that superstar is Roxanne Perez, because Roxanne Perez locked in the bank statement on Ariana Grace, basically. So apparently that's what they're doing. They're giving Sasha Banks' bank statement submission move to Roxanne Perez. Why? I actually don't know. Maybe that is one of the things that they're doing with her eventually not coming back. They're just going to give Sasha Banks' finishing move to somebody else. But because of that, and also because Roxanne Perez repeatedly refused to let go of the hold and they reversed the decision, meaning Ariana Grace won, was what it was. We also got Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley, where if Fallon Henley wins, Tiffany Stratton becomes her ranch hand, her farm hand for a day. And if Tiffany Stratton won, then Fallon Henley was going to become her servant for a day. Fallon Henley actually did win this match, which I was kind of surprised at. I thought they were going to give Tiffany Stratton the win. And so basically, Tiffany Stratton became Fallon Henley's farmhand for a day. I'm not sure how it all turned out, but it was pretty interesting match to say the least. If I had to rate NXT, that's basically it for NXT New Year's Evil. If I had to rate it, I actually would rate it a 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't actually as good. I am not going to give out my information. Not on this channel. And now AEW Dynamite wasn't actually much to talk about. We got Adam Cole. His opening segment was Adam Cole basically a promo between Adam Cole basically telling it, the AEW universe, what he... Okay, yeah, you are not. Yeah, I am not telling you my social security. I don't even know my social security. I don't even know my social security, so how could I be able to tell you anyways? Yeah, I did it, basically. Thank you for the like, though, but you're screwed. Java. You got Adam Cole basically addressing the AEW universe of why he did what he did to MJF. I liked it a lot because he basically said all of the necessary things. He basically said, no more than a year ago or 2 years ago, you would have booed the crap out of this guy because he literally would talk nothing but crap about you people, about this business and about you people. Yet when he started tag teaming with me, you started to cheer for him. Yeah, you started cheering for MJF because of me. I'm the reason you cheer MJF. Not nobody else, but me. And that was actually kind of a interesting concept, and yes, it is kind of true. Yeah, although I've never actually seen your face, Aaron, so I don't know if it's, I don't know. I mean, I hope so too. Oh, great, Stitch Squad is back. User in timeout for 24 hours. And hide. Stitch Squad is back. I don't need anybody here that's... This channel is not about politics. Not about politics. But yes, Adam Cole said all of the right things. He was talking smack earlier, so I had to time him out. Adam Cole said all the right things. It was a great segment, obviously. We also got Orange Cassidy versus Dante Martin for the International Championship. It was an okay match. It wasn't really necessary. Was it necessary? Not as much. Not really, because it was just like a random match that just didn't have really any story. And that's one of the things that I don't really like. This is random matches with no storyline. I know there were some people out there who feel the same way as I do, so I'm glad that there's some people out there like me. We also got Mariah May, who has been signed with AEW now for a few months now, and has been following Toni Storm since her debut. We got her in-ring debut against Queen, whoever her name was, but it was Queen something. Mariah May did win the match. It was an impressive match. She won, but she will also have a small interview after the match. Hello, Sean. And if there's anybody here that's just now coming in that wants to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. It's never a requirement, but I would appreciate it. Thank you for at least the 10 likes so far. We apparently now Deonna Purrazzo, former Impact champion, former Impact superstar, and former 3-time Knockouts world champion, is now officially all elite after showing up on AEW. I don't know. Well, Sean literally just came in, okay? He just came in. He just came in. And you want me to hide him or want someone else to hide him? I mean, not everybody that comes in here is suspicious. But yes, Deonna Purrazzo debuted in AEW this week, officially calling out Toni Storm and saying, I'd like a shot. Eventually, I think we're going to get Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo for the AEW Women's Championship win. I don't know. Maybe it's at AEW Revolution. Maybe we'll get that match at Revolution, which should be a good match, to say the least. We also got a Toni Storm backstage segment, a former IMA's match, where she was interviewed by Renee Paquette. She couldn't believe, she was excited to come here until she realized, wait, this isn't New York, it's New Jersey. And she basically said she's not staying, she's not even going to watch Mariah May's match, but she's going to go to Broadway, watch a show, and whatever. I'm sure next week, this upcoming Wednesday, we'll probably get at least some reaction by Toni Storm, where she addresses Deonna Purrazzo's comments. So, no, not gonna happen. So, you're gonna get put in timeout, and you're gonna get hidden. More than likely. Well, look, until someone says something that is suspicious, then I'm going to just let them come into the live stream if they want. Unless they say something is suspicious right off the bat, then I'm okay. But yes, now then when they said social security number, please. Okay, yes, you're getting timed out and you're getting, I guess these are all troll accounts. Obviously, these are troll accounts because I've never seen any of them, really. I know. We got a fatal 4-way match, apparently, to determine the next challenger for, I guess, the International Championship. Trent Beretta versus Keith Lee versus El Hingo, Dave Ikingo, and Brian Cage. It was a pretty decent match, though. Oh, great. You again, penis holder. You were on Matt's channel last night. Now, this guy was on Matt's channel last night, so I don't know if he's someone to trust, but he was just saying, I don't know. I don't really know who to trust anymore, really. But yes, we also got a Swerve Strickland versus Daniel Garcia match. It was actually a very good match, and I can't really remember who won that match, to be honest, but it was a good match. Swerve Strickland, I think, did win. It was what it was. We also got a backstage segment. We also got a Konosuke Takeshita versus Darby Allin match, which was very, very good. Konosuke Takeshita won this match. No, it was Darby Allin that won. Then we got a backstage segment after that, in which Don Callis family challenged Sting and Darby Allin to a match next week. So this coming Wednesday. So it'll be the Konosuke Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Darby Allin and Sting this upcoming Wednesday on Dynamite. Should be an interesting match. That was basically it for AEW Dynamite. It wasn't actually that good. Wasn't actually that good. If I had to rate AEW, if I had to rate AEW Dynamite, this week, I would have given it like a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it was as good as it was. It wasn't as good as the other shows as Raw or NXT. And now for last night, which was SmackDown's New Year's Revolution show, we got the first match we got was a Kevin Owens versus Santos Escobar match for the right to challenge in the U.S. title tournament finals. Santos Escobar versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens won the match. It was a decent match. Kevin Owens won. And we got a little mini segment afterwards in which Kevin Owens and Logan Paul sort of jaw-jack for a few minutes before. These people will not give up. These people will not give up, will they? It's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens would knock Logan Paul down with a right hand. It was fun. It was fun. After that, we would get a backstage segment in which Logan Paul would be helped to the backstage doctor's room with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Cameron Grimes would then show up and would confront Grayson Waller. We're now getting a match next Friday with Cameron Grimes and Grayson Waller. I feel like they're going to give Cameron Grimes the win here, but just because Cameron Grimes seems to me every time they've had Cameron Grimes on and they've had Cameron Grimes wrestle, it's been against Grayson Waller, and he's always beaten Grayson Waller. I mean, what's the problem? What's the deal with that? Sorry, but you are not here. But you are not coming onto this channel. I don't care how many accounts you make. They are going to get timed out, and they are going to be hidden every single time. Dumb name too. Yeah, dumb name. We then got a in-ring segment with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. This was probably one of my favorite moments of the entire show, because I had heard the rumors that Karrion Kross and Scarlett were going to be on last night's show, and they were going to be returning, obviously, with AOP and Paul Ellering. This was when they were rumored to be showing up, and I thought, hey, it would have been the best possible way to show them, because it's SmackDown's New Year's Revolution show. It's a pretty big SmackDown show. It's a special SmackDown show, so why not? And yes, they came back. Karrion Kross and Scarlett came back with Paul Ellering and AOP. It was a great segment, which is clearly going to get which is obviously setting up a Karrion Kross and Street Profits versus Karrion Kross and AOP feud, which I am excited about that. Now, so apparently after that segment, we eventually got a backstage segment with Bobby Lashley and Street Profits, and B-Fab would show up, which is interesting because no more than maybe a month ago, maybe more than that, we got a tease with B-Fab potentially joining the group when she approached Bobby Lashley with a deal. And since then, we have not seen or heard from BFAB since. And I don't really know why they're just now bringing her back into this storyline when they could have done it long before now, but I have no idea. Yeah, well, you missed a bunch of troll and fake accounts come in and just say a bunch of weird stuff. I timed every one of them out, and I hit every single one of them. We got a backstage segment with Paul Heyman addressing The Rock's comments, basically saying that he has not yet been invited to sit at the head of the table by Roman Reigns. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. He also addressed CM Punk's claims that he was the OG Paul Heyman guy. Yes, that was before he leveled up to an advocate for a beast incarnate, and then leveled up from that to a wise man for the tribal chief Roman Reigns. But that was actually very good. I was wondering when Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns were going to address the CM Punk comment about him being the OG Paul Heyman guy. And I'm glad that they eventually did allow Paul Heyman to talk about that. We got a women's championship match, Io Sky versus Michin. That was a very good match. Don't know, but he has been timed out for an hour, for a full 24 hours, and he's been hidden, so he's not coming back. We got a Io Sky versus Michin match. It was a very decent match, though. Very decent match. Michin also eventually did her version of a Styles Clash, which is actually pretty clean for a Styles Clash. Io Sky obviously won the match. After the match, we got a backstage segment with Bianca Belair confronting Io Sky in Damage Control, where Bianca Belair would announce herself for the Women's Royal Rumble match. Next week on Friday Night SmackDown, we will be getting Bayley versus Bianca Belair for like the 5th or 6th time. And I don't know why you have to keep doing that match. But it's going to be a good match. We also got, throughout the night, we would be getting promos, video packages for Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight, and their journey to get to this night where they would all be competing for a match at the Royal Rumble against Roman Reigns. Before that, though, we got Butch and a mystery partner versus Pretty Deadly. Now, this is another part that I really liked because we got Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate is now officially on the main roster. He is on SmackDown, and I am so excited because I know how good he is for the wrestler he is, and he is going to be so good. I don't know who those guys are, ever bless, but they've just been coming in and sort of typing in weird shit stuff, and so I'm just going to be like, time them out, hide them, ban them, like, they're not coming back. Yeah, Aaron, they're not coming back. Yes, Butch and Tyler Bate do win the match. It was great for what it was. Tyler Bate is awesome. He's going to do great things on the main roster. I know it. And now the main event was LA Knight versus Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. It was a great match that could have main evented any pay-per-view if a title was on the line. Even if it wasn't, the match would still be a great main event for any pay-per-view, or premium live event as they're called now. I am feeling a lot better. I don't know who you are, but now I don't know who you are, but I'm guessing you watched my video titled Health Update. I am feeling a lot better. So from what it was from what I was dealing with on Thursday. So thank you for that. Again, if there's anybody that's just now coming in that isn't a troll account that wants to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. You don't have to do it. It's not required, but I would appreciate it. But yes, this match was very good. It got ended in a no contest, but I'm not sure how, because it's a triple threat match. There are no disqualifications, no countouts, and it turned into a no contest, which was I guess supposed to set up a fatal 4-way match for Women's Undisputed Championship at the Royal Rumble match. So this will only be, I think, the second or third time that Roman Reigns has been involved in a match for the title where he doesn't necessarily have to be pinned in the match to win it. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And also, the last thing, we also got a backstage event involving Nick Aldis and Ashante the Adonis. Apparently, he just wants more opportunities, which I don't blame him, because SmackDown already seems to have a bloated roster, and it's hard for some of these superstars to see TV time when you see basically the exact same people week after week after week. Because it's like we see Kevin Owens, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, the new LWO, the new Legado del Fantasma. We see basically the same superstars week after week. If I had to rate SmackDown's New Year's Revolution show, I would rate it a 7 out of 10 because it was actually very good. It was actually very good. And so that's basically it. Now, I do want to show you guys something. 2 things that I got this week, yesterday. Okay. I misplaced it. I may have misplaced it, and I might have to show you guys a little bit later. But I will post pictures of what I got. And I will show you guys later. And so that's it for me. I'm gonna be stopping this live stream now, and I'll be let my phone charge for a bit. And so I will see you guys later when I go live. I have to go live next, I don't know, but I'll let you guys know. And until next time, so it is a minute 13 seconds, an hour and 13 minutes into this live stream. No, I did not see Rampage. Austin, I don't really watch Rampage very much. Yeah, I know. My streams are better. My streams are the best. Well, guys, I will see you guys later, and until next time, peace. Bye, guys.